So, welcome back through the break, everyone. And yeah, sorry, allergies. We ended up the last part as you guys took a rest for the second day. Basically, you're starting to kind of like, wake up as normally as you hear up a knock on your door. Is anybody going to open the door specifically?
I open the door and it's probably an assassin.
It's not an assassin.
Okay, good.
Aww.
I'm gonna open the door.
Well,
Crispy.
the night have been going normally, so it's probably not an assassin. And you specifically see once again in front of you your lovely arachne spider friend. And she just like looks at you and just saying, "Well, hope you're ready because you've been summoned for something. Roy needs to talk with you. Very important."
Alright. Hey guys, Roy needs to talk with us.
Yeah,
What
you don't have to
now?
relay it.
Oh wait,
Go talk to your amulet or something.
I forgot about something that I actually forgot, which I think I should mention. We gave Dane the memories of everything that we've been through that is important. Evers did that. You just don't know how to process this. I think that's the best explanation for this. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yep.
I forgot about it last chapter, last part. Well, once you're ready, and should be very soon, he needs to talk with you about something very urgent. So, any business that could be done later would be muchly appreciated.
Alright.
So, any of you?
Alright, bozos, pack up, buckle up. It's time to go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
So you all four.
Ladane. Get to
Yes,
say it
sir.
also.
Alright, we are headed off then.
So we taking all of you for once again into the office that you met Evers herself, and once again you go through the door, and Roy normally sits there as he normally does when you met him for the once or second time. This I probably think is like the third. I don't remember, but basically he's sitting as he normally sat for the first time, and he just looks at you and just like saying, "Well, hello there. How are you all?"
Yes, we're doing fine.
Good. You don't need to speak all of you at once, he says. Take a seat. Talk about a few things. Very important things. Well,
Okay.
first and foremost, the most important thing that's probably important for you guys is getting paid, probably, right?
That is on the top of our to-do list today.
Also,
That's not on the top. I'm actually not that money hungry. You can pay me whenever you need. It's fine. I'm not busy about it.
secondly, before we'll get to that, hello, he said to you, Mundane. Interesting to meet another person that's just joined out of the blue, but I learned with these guys that they like to just pick up strangers sometimes, and they apparently know how to pick up good strangers, and not weird psychotic people. I don't know how that works every time, but apparently, yeah. So, welcome aboard.
We just haven't done it enough to get the psychopaths yet.
Fair enough. I mean, you did adopt Cabled, which is half weirdo, and then you have this guy, which I don't know what his quirky personality is going to be. But we'll see. Basically, as for your payment, He looks at all of you. Well, you all going to get 500 goals apiece. Yes, because I also heard you getting weapon upgrades, which you also need to take out for that. But the point is, all of you three getting 500 gold apiece, and you are going to get just a nice entrance fee of 100. He looks at you, Mundane, and any something that you're interested to just get for free for your equipments or a potion that is just good enough just to give us a nice way to start our business together, basically. It's just something that I can
Man, a starting bonus. Good for him.
Really moving up in the world, huh?
What? Again?
Made a joke. Moving up in the world.
Well, the point is just I would like every time that I'm handling adventurers or people who work with me, I want them to feel that we have a good something going on together, unless they betray my trust and then I just axe them off or deal with them. Point is, I don't really see any reason to deal with people badly. And I think just giving them a little bit of a motivator and just helping them help me as well. So, it's a little bit of an investment. But honestly, I don't really care about it that much. Even though it's something that I need to take care of. Being the lord of this castle, after all, or this estate. As a council member, he says as quotation marks. You know how I feel about those kind of feelings, right, guys? He's just saying to you, kind of like very casually compared to the other council member that you just saw yourself, Mundane. Like, you don't really met her way too much, but the other one that you met in the carriage, Mundane, which was like the half-elf lady, basically was more formal. This guy just don't care. He's not like, he's just seeing you as like 100% friend, but like he's okay with you just like talking with him normally. He doesn't really find it insulting or anything. He's okay with it for the most part. He knows that he's still in a position of power above you, and he doesn't care about it that much.
Yes, you can show up in sweatpants to work, and he doesn't care. He's a pretty good employer.
And
What are those sweatpants you talk about?
Yes, good question. He said to you, Bobby, wink, wink. And essentially, he's also, if you want for general knowledge, he's the one that took them from Elber Mountains by himself, because he doesn't really give a shit about anything. So he's doing the work sometimes himself, and he doesn't care to dirty his own hands. So, like I said, this is your payment. Honestly, I think there's one or two items that I thought some of you are interested a little bit more in them. So you might be able to pick up a little bit of the selection of the things that you got. And the stuff that you guys got, which is very commendable, don't get me wrong, on the surface, apparently we had like about 10 times about the same things that you collected in value when you guys went under the water temple and met with the fish folk. So good job, I guess. Very good job.
Oh yeah, what about those fish people? How are they doing?
Yeah, that thing brings me to my second point, which we need to talk about, which is technically part of another thing. But the point is, they are moving around here into like the really middle lake of the city. Like we have this ponds in the middle of the city in Ipernod itself. Not talking about like the big place here. I'm talking about like the lake around the city itself, like a pond inside the city. Basically, they're want to move inside of it. I think inside of it will be way too problematic, so I'm just asking them to be like in the shore to Ipernad, which is a little bit far from the city, but I think we can, with the things that you gave us and the money that they gave us, we can build something around the city that will just expand it a little bit. So we should be fine. But things taking a little bit of time to take care of. They're basically demi-humans, but they're still kind of not really, how should I say this, civilized compared to everything else. Like, it's not that they're just morons or anything, it's just like their civilization is not really advanced compared to everyone else. that I met before. So, you know, it takes a little bit, and going to take a lot of more time than I thought it will be. So, yeah, that's probably going to take me about like a year or so to deal with. Which also brings me for another point. It does lead into something because you guys have been summoned. I know that you guys want to take care of something in the bandit camps around the city and all that stuff, which we will take care of them, probably ourselves, now that we got the main power with the fish folk after we'll deal with them. But we also have another problem, which is, well, I'm not sure if that's a problem, unfortunately. It's dependent on what you think, but apparently your interesting group has been summoned by the king himself. So, yeah, he says.
Neat.
I'm not sure I will call it that.
We'll be able to see Wexley again.
Well, probably. Probably you will. I'm not 100% sure if you will not focus on your studies, but at least I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see like a pretty brief hi of like at least saying to him hi from a glass or something. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Probably.
wonder if you left. I wonder if you learned any new spells.
I'm pretty sure he did. Regardless, I'm going to say this. Normally, we use up what called ways to teleport people from here to other cities if that's important. But apparently, the king wants you to do something before he is just going to call you for a meeting with him. The point is, he wants to give you guys specifically a very interesting mission because of the fact that things have been happening recently, and of course we're keeping up with everything that you have done, including recently, and we'll report it to the king. And he's a little bit more concerned with the recent development in the water temple. However, he still want to see if he can, basically, you're as strong warriors as he's led to believe, and therefore he wants you to venture the way into the capital. But I would say this, there's also another catch to that, is that well, he's also interested to know the idea for like how the heck do you pick people from the road itself and just let them join. He doesn't really know about mundane yet, I'm pretty sure, because I haven't told him, or you're a new guy. But he will be very, very interested in that, because I'm pretty sure originally Cabolt was not a part of this, and he was informed about that, and I'm not sure it will make him 100% happy that there's another guy here. But I'm pretty sure he will learn to live with it. I will persuade him, hopefully, maybe. We also have Lucien, so that's another bonus for you guys. Regardless, you have to take up the road to the capital itself, which basically tests your abilities, and also for the part that you are not registered in the capital itself anyway, so you need to get to it, get yourself registered for the portals, and then you will be able to teleport here as much as you wish without taking up the road if you need to. God, I got stuck in that word. So,
Okay.
the capital. I want one of you, each of one of you, to take a turn, basically from the places around the map. Where do you think the capital lies? So before I'll just reveal it, because I want to see if you kind of like can guess it. Each one of you take a turn, basically.
Where can I?
Here?
Does that indicate?
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Okay.
Next up.
I'm gonna have to agree. That looks most capital-like.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Or
You
two.
see, the problem
I'm
is
also
that
I'm
most
also with this
capitals
one.
are around more of the center, while that one's on the edge.
True, but you have to understand one thing that I learned in physics, in geography. Basically, a lot of capitals around the bigger, like at least like
Around the coast,
you're
because
talking
there's a lot of
what you're
fishing
talking
game and
about
stuff like
today.
that.
You're right, but back in the day, a lot of capitals were around like ports where you could just make a lot of trade, which that's why these guys are right. And essentially, this place is also like a good place to be a capital because it's a big city. But this is the city of the north, which is supposed to help protect the borders, basically, or like be a big reinforcements for the borders if you need to, because it's stand between the two borders of the north and the east, kind of. So it's the capital of the north. This is not the place that you need to go. You guys are out about this. And essentially, one thing that I will say also, I will add to it in history. Basically, Jerusalem is one of the most rarest capitals that wasn't a part of being like a capital near a fort, which was a fort of like water to essentially like make trades, which made her very very special back in the day compared to everywhere else. Because yeah, a lot of cities that like if a main city was in the middle of the land, that was probably a death sentence because you didn't really have a lot of trade, and essentially it's a big city and you need to take care of it. So that's why capital cities mostly are around the shore. Sorry. But yeah, you are going to this lovely city of Dangernon, which is around here, as you guys were correct about.
That's a distance.
Yeah, I figured it's this one because it's the only city on the map with walls, and that's not
Well, there
this
is
one, but the north one is too close.
yeah, and also because, like I said, it's not around actual port place. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but that was my thought process.
fair enough. Also, I'm very very
This one at
happy
the
that
top is too
you're
close.
yeah. Also, I'm very very happy that you actually were able to guess it pretty easily. Regardless, we're going to this lovely city of Dungarnon, and well, I will say it like this. He said, "This is going to take a while. This is going to take a whole lot of a while to travel, just to let you understand. But there is a way to cut it a little bit. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a hint. Sorry. My nose is killing me, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. He's basically kind of like, sorry about this, kind of like, move up, like, to your map, like you have your main map, and he kind of like sketched a
Hmm.
place, and he says, try to get to this place. Probably going to take you like a week or something, if not more. The way that we're passed through Elber Mountains is, look at you, Bobby and Gorgonak said, it was really, really short compared to everything that I thought it would be. And also, we took a shortcut, so it was pretty quick. But the point is, this will take you probably getting a week or so. And if you're able to take this, you'll probably be able to kind of like cut your ways in a small cave and save yourself a little bit of a travel to here when you get to
Mm.
it. This place is also somewhere that I know a little bit, and it's important for me. So, you might find a little bit of a shelter there if you need be ever, he says.
Oh, good. I was thinking you're gonna present a boat.
Well, I wanted to present for you something very, very special. But unfortunately, well, that's also an option actually, he says, but I'm not really sure because that one will be an option, but the travel will be a little bit longer, I think, because it's not really built for air travel yet, he says. So that's
I
just
was
my
thinking about going with a boat.
yes, but I talk about my airship or my actual ship.
Oh,
And
that
also,
one.
I'm planning to make it into an airship soon. But the point is, that will be a possible, but as you probably mentioned, it will probably take a little bit more since it does take a whole around here. You know, it just like takes all around like that. It takes a little bit more of a detour, basically. But it could be a little bit more of a safer option, even though that you might actually just miss almost all of the interesting things. Although, I'm not sure if the king will be very happy about that, because he still wants you to face some particular trials. Regardless, I myself cannot really join you this time. Not because I don't want to, and honestly I would, but there are two reasons. First and foremost, like I said, you need to kind of like pass through a trial, and secondly, I am still like have to deal with the fishfolk situation. Not because I'm blaming you or anything, it's just because of the fact that how should I say this? We need to deal with it. As for my fiancée, Lucienne, she will not join you because she also have her business to attend to, and like I said, she's also a council member, so she cannot join you. But I can advise for other of my members to kind of join you if you're interested. Some of them a little bit, so to make your journey a little bit more easier if you're interested.
What do you guys think?
Let's go hard mode. Just the boys.
Where I'm at least going to assign to you one person to just give you a little bit more of an easier way around the road to just lead you. And if you are interested, she will not help you unless it's absolutely necessary. Because that's also her personality anyway. Are you interested to get a guide to help you, or are you also interested to get another person to help you as well, to get two people with you? So basically, he's suggesting you one guide that basically just helps you just get down the road and traverse through the lands if you need to, and kind of like also serve as kind of like, you know, a judge for your abilities, I guess. Or you also can get that person to help you, or you can get two people with you to help you.
Think someone that could, at the end of everything, report to the king how awesome and amazing we are.
Well, it doesn't really work like
Would be
that,
nice.
but it is.
We don't really need the extra help. We are actually we are more than fit, let's say.
But you do need a reporter with you, somebody to go with you.
Yes, we'll just take them. That's it. That's all we need.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about, or at least I'm hinting to. Unless, of course, you don't know who I'm talking about. I will let you
I'm
understand.
absolutely clueless.
I think you understand who is the most amusedest person by you guys and don't really want to help you and lift a finger, but she's very interested in you. Still. And she's the person that brought you here today. So, would you be honored to take my arachnid friend with you to your little journey now?
It'll be our pleasure.
Oh, trust me.
At least mine. I cannot say for everyone else. It will be my
Trust
pleasure.
me, she kind of like looks at you all as from the ceiling. It will be more a pleasure of mine to look at you all. You are a bunch of very
Are you
interesting people.
sure about that? You're dealing with Cable. He's like the most annoying person ever.
I can manage.
At the end of the day, she'll just roll back and watch as we squirm and try not to die.
Hopefully you get good money for doing this job.
I'm sure you're underestimating your abilities seriously, she says right now. Still, we'll see. As she's saying once again and kind of like having like a amusing and malicious smile at the same time. Still, we'll see. But yeah, he says, that's pretty much it. So if you need any explanation again and you kind of like don't get it, I will explain again. But if everything is okay, I pretty much recommend you to get on your way as soon as possible, to get there as soon as possible. Probably. Unless, of course, you still...
What the trial is going to be?
Honestly, it's just the trial on your way there. There are a lot of really, really hard monsters to deal with on the way. These places around that's the way to the capital are not always so civilized as you might think. And the road from us to the capital, because we're the city of the demi-humans, is not really maintained properly because of the fact that, well, we're demi-humans, we're not fully humans. I'm fully humans, but you don't understand what I mean. People are afraid of us, of our kind of people. So...
What should we expect?
Well, remember that I mentioned bandit camps? Things like that, but on a little bit more of a smaller scale. Sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. Point is, you will have a lot of obstacles along your way to the capital itself. Some days will be easier, some days will be hard. And there is some small inns and places that you can take shelter, so do not worry. You don't really need to sleep on the road every day, or sometimes not ever. Point is, your road is just going to be very, very exhausting. Let's just say that. So
Well, it can't be as bad as potholes, so
plot holes.
we should be fine.
What kind of plot holes?
Potholes.
Again?
Meh.
Potholes?
Potholes. Like the holes in the road.
Oh, okay. I don't really get that. Okay, I got it now.
It depends on the road. It would still be hilarious to see us trip over those.
I recommend to you to collect your armor and your gear, because I see some of you are still missing some of your stuff, and get on the way as soon as possible if you're interested. Like I said, you can still take 1 or 2 days of rest if you really need it. But I think it will be better to get this over with, right?
Of course.
Well, I wish you good luck.
Knowing us, we're going to need that.
Probably.
Come on, we're fine. We're great. We're the most fit adventurers there are. No irony against the name at all.
As you all four, you're living, right?
Well, as long as I grabbed my stuff from George.
No, I'm talking about leaving the room.
Yes.
Anyone else still have some questions? Okay, then.
It was very...
No, I think I'm.
Okay. So, you're leaving the office, his office, and you basically saying hello to Estelia as she enters in, and you're saying goodbye as well. But before you're just going downstairs, you meet with Lucienne as she kind of like look at all of you guys as you kind of like pass her through. Well, good morning to all of you, she says. Off to another adventure?
Hi, Lucy, what's up?
I told you not to call me by that name. But anyway, you're off to another adventure, I see? Yes? Or no?
Yeah.
And we're taking our kidnapped friend with us.
Well, since you guys didn't pay attention, I'm pretty sure your kidnapped friend will be able to read this. She says that she handing you the book of that you found on the boat. Basically, she handed it to Bobby, but Bobby didn't really take it, so you got it. A book of a diary of a person that they found on the boat. As you probably remember that I told you the name, one of these people is connected to the Twilight Star Order. So I recommend to you guys maybe to pick up a little bit more fun, some things about what he says here, or, you know, be interested to read about these kind of things, because we are going to deal with them in the future. I did translate it a little bit and kind of understand some of it, but I'm pretty sure it's more of like well, primordials language-ish, from the way that it looks. It's not really something that I understand by myself. It's required multiple languages to translate. But at least I got one of the parts, so you can read it whenever you feel necessary.
Neat.
I feel it is important not to say neat about everything and do pay attention. Because, well, you did guys almost died against one of their lackeys. So pay attention next time.
What?
What do you mean what?
What?
She basically...
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god. I am surrounded by...
Hey, we may have almost lost to a lackey, but aren't we lackeys ourselves?
Well... Yes and
Technically.
yes and no.
If we're the best of the lackeys, you know, it really ain't that bad.
I'm not sure you guys are actually considered lackeys, but if that's the way that you want to look at this, then fine by me, she says. I learned to deal with...
Also, Lucy, please remember we almost lost. Almost. So we didn't lose.
Yes, but that is still pretty close, he says. Very close to comfort.
If you put on paper without the details, we did win.
Exactly.
Well, still, you almost died, and the guys from the Twilight Star almost killed you. If they haven't retreated, the members of that higher echelon of their council of their order, they would have killed you without a second thought, but they decided to leave, so consider yourself lucky. And no, I'm not making a pun with the word lackey. Just be careful out there. A lot more this time.
Okay.
You too. She looks at you, Mundane. I didn't really have a time to meet with you so much. My fellow... She kind of like giving you a little bit of like a... Kind of like a small bow, she's saying a small bow, kind of like my fellow primordial friend. And elemental enthusiast like me. But be careful, because these guys can get you into trouble. Sometimes it's a good kind, sometimes it's a bad kind.
I'll try to stay out of trouble. Don't worry.
Well then, she says. She kind of like saying to you kind of like, oh, goodbye, but she also kind of like give you the book Mundane so you can read it later, and she also giving you what looks to be some kind of like, I would say like it's kind of like a diamond that can go into a socket or something, and she kind of like, this is for goodwill and for good luck. Use it on something specific if you want to, in your arsenal that you want to a little bit of enhance. She handed you like this kind of like red diamond, and she kind of like said, this is a present from your friend. She looks at you two, Gorgnak and Bobby. Wexley essentially just handed it for you guys, but I thought your new friend might have a better use for it.
He still remembers this.
Anyway, what do you want to say?
I would just like to thank her and yeah, just
Well,
Aurel.
well,
Nothing really, just thanking.
good luck to all of you. I need to go scold up my stupid, lovely fiance. Goodbye, she says as she kind of like walks away. And what are you guys planning on doing right now? You have a few preparations to do before you go off.
I'm going to go pick up my armor.
Obviously, but you also need to pick up other things.
Oh, do I?
No, all of you need to pick up food, small basic equipments and stuff like that. You still need to go pick those up, basically.
Okay, I need to know one thing. How long can we go with the good berries? How long are they fresh?
Well, that you need to ask Mundane. I don't remember.
Okay. Hey, Mundane! Your berries that you make out of your fingers, how long are they fresh?
Mundane?
Mundane is staring at the jewel.
Hello? Did you collapse or something? Oh. Wait. I think...
You know what happened, but you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Oh,
That explains it. Okay.
sorry about that.
So, yeah.
Um,
Carry on.
one creature should be fine with one berry a day.
Have you tried making juice out of those?
I highly doubt it would work.
That's still not 100% doubt. Let's make juice out of those.
I have a question. How many berries can you make a day, and how they do the function? Like their functions is like they make you
Well,
not starve for a day. Like you're satisfied with your needs for eat, or just like keeping you like not starving basically.
provides nourishment to sustain the creature for a day, so probably just satisfactory
Okay, so basic stuff.
amounts.
And how many?
And up to 10 berries. Up to 10 berries per spell slot.
Oh, so basically you can produce 4 or 5 for you guys, and then 5 can go for Gorgnak to try to make his liquor. Basically, that was he's trying to basically.
Yes. Let's make some good berry juice and liquor.
That sounds so bad when you say it out loud. Good berry juice.
And liquor.
Right.
So I'm taking Mundane and we're doing stuff with good berries.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry. Yeah. So are you guys going to pick up your items right now?
Yes, that's really my only stress because I know I could get food on the road.
Well, you guys are going to pick up all of your items specifically. Who want to go first from his items? Basically, also Mundane need to get something to himself later, but for free. But what do you guys? Who want to go first? Basically, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick from the points of my screen. So Gorgnak.
Go, Cable.
So Gorgnak.
Okay.
You, after you trigger your armor, you need to pay about 300 gold for this. Hello?
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. I'll pay that, but also, how much for the duck armor?
Oh, that
Yes.
will probably take you a while to pay. That will be around 1,500 because it's custom made and it's for a pet.
Oh, yes. That.
I will put it on your tab. I'm pretty sure you will come back.
Yes.
And like say, I'm trusting you as a customer. Unless you will be dead, I'm pretty sure you will come back.
Yes. Yes, I will. I give him 500 gold. And that I just got.
So basically, you kind of like drop the price for 1,300 left.
Yeah, that would be 1,300 left.
Okay. As for Bobby, after all of your things, you basically have to pay 250 because resistance does take a while, but you did drop the price with the equipment that you got. So basically, you just make it very, very cheaper than you thought because it was supposed to cost a little bit more, but 250. And as for Cable, well, your order of the armor was pretty. Again, I will discuss it with you later, and I will give you the upgrade later. But the point is, you get this kinetic upgrade, which cost a little bit, and then you also get the things from what's his name, Taco, which is costing you 450 gold. So you're left with additional 50 bonus.
Okay. Time to throw out my money then.
So you can throw the additional 50 if you want to into Mendel's armor if you're interested, to just drop the price a little bit there as well.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
So the only one that is left with the bonus right now for the money is 250 for Bobby, and then Mundane, of course, getting is 100, and specifically Mundane. Basically, what are you interested in? That is simple to make.
Miałeś to mieć przerwie za 1,5 godziny może.
Also,
I'm really interested in. Oh,
you get an upgrade.
hold on, upgrade what?
You getting a free potion of upgrade or something?
Ale ma być 20
Well, I kinda don't really need or want much. Mundane's kind of a simple person, really.
Well, you are going to get something for free, basically. So there's like that's what Roy told you. He told you were getting something for free, like a simple thing for free.
Like,
A weapon upgrade, an armor upgrade, simple one that you can make right now, a potion, something like that.
how about if I had to choose something, an upgrade to my scimitar?
Something quick and simple. You said. What kind of upgrade you want to? Weapon, damage. What do you want to?
Just a basic damage upgrade.
Okay, so because this is going to be done really, really quickly, Taco is kind of like, okay, so this is going to be done really, really quickly, and unfortunately not 100% efficient. But after like an hour or two, after you guys also taking care of all of your other stuff that you need to take care of, which is getting supplies and stuff like that, he basically taking care of it, and he's just handing you a sword, which basically you getting better handling, a little bit better handling for the sword, and 1 particular point of damage. So basically, it's +1 handling, which will be like, for attack, and then +1 damage.
Sounds good.
As for Cable, you're getting the +2 handling, which is like +2 for proficiency for the weapon, or should I say, like, +2 to hit, basically. Beside of
All right.
dealing a lot of damage now. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, anything else you're wishing guys to do here? Or specifically to pick up?
It's really quite the turn of events. Mundane has now become the second wealthiest character in our party.
Yep.
Apparently.
You are. Which is interesting when you think about it. Regardless, sorry about it. Regardless, you guys are going to go out, I guess, right?
Yes, it is finally time
Sounds
to
like
set
it.
forth.
For adventure. Well, you're not getting horses this time because you have another person that needs to join with you, which cannot really ride. And also, they cannot really spare for you stuff right now. So it's going to take a while. Actually, no. You know what? No. You're getting yourself a little bit of a ride. You're getting a carriage, like a very, very small carriage with 2 horses, and basically Janelli just like, one of you will be in charge of the horses, while Janelli can like work on the same speed beside you. She can take a rest on the carriage, but that's all she's saying, like, on that particular thing. But when you guys are not sitting there, so basically when she takes a rest, you guys are all walking beside the carriage itself. So do keep that in mind when we're talking about all that stuff, because of course she's maybe an arachne and she's using to walking with her feet, but sometimes she will also get tired. And basically you're leaving Epernad. Your group is leaving as you sing the big city behind you, and you're starting your way on the road to Dungernon. My god, I hate my nose. You're starting your way to Dungernon, and I want everybody to tell me what their passive perception.
Perception? Question mark?
Perception.
Passive.
There is like a side place in your character sheet that's called passive perception.
I wouldn't know where to find that, actually.
Mine is 10.
Okay.
It's kind of by the top.
Yeah, it's in the first part of your character sheet.
I have a 15.
Oh,
I have
14.
a 15.
Okay. And
14.
okay. And Bobby?
14.
Okay. So nothing out of notice yet. As you guys just traveling your first few hours down the road. The what I like to call it, the area around you changed a little bit more of like into more of a forest-like area. But the road is still pretty clean from anything. You are not really sure if it's just going to become a lot worse once like you're just like a day off, because of the fact that if you're from a day from Epernod, like a big cavalry can come to save you pretty quickly for the most part. So you're not really sure yet if basically just like because you're in luck, or is it because it's just going to take a while until you're going to start dealing with stuff? Regardless, you're making your way into your first inn, the side inn, which is the red. Sorry, the red lizard. I don't know, like something is getting stuck in my throat. I'm sorry. The red lizard. You taking your way to enter in it. In it, you are welcomed by another demi-human, which looks like to be well, half human, half half lion, and he kind of like looks at you and is like, "Greetings, strangers. Welcome to my inn. How may I serve you today?" Hello? Are you guys around?
I'll just reserve a place to sleep.
Fair enough. How much people are we talking about?
Oh yeah, I have to pay for some of these idiots who don't have money.
You don't have to. Janelle says that she kind of like shows a particular sigil that she has or on like something that she's carried. We'll take care of it. That you will get paid for your hospitality, she says. And he kind of like, oh, okay. He says, fair enough. So what? How many rooms do you need?
How many people per room?
Well, you can fit up pretty comfortably 2 people.
Then only 3 rooms are needed.
And I'm pretty sure the lady is going to take a room for herself, unless, of course, you guys have weird objections. Good to hear that you don't. Anything else you would like to take yourself into? Food, supplies, something that you need for your way?
Ale.
Ale will be as well, but I'm asking for...
I'm going to run outside and get my own food.
What do you mean? Food?
Is that allowed here?
Oh, okay.
I'm a cheapo.
Okay.
I'm a cheapo. I'm just running outside into the forest, get my own food.
Anything. Like, it's on the house for you. You can go nuts if you want to. Unless, of course, you still want to go eat outside. She like, Janelle, like, basically show the symbol that you guys can just take whatever you want, as long as, like, it's affordable and okay enough, and you can just eat and do whatever you want to, because you're in a special thing, and you're basically with a person from the council members and all that stuff. So you shouldn't really worry if you care about it. But if you do care about it and you just want to get food for yourself, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I'm very much reserved. I don't want to get a free pass, so I will hunt all my food, but something I can't get is a good drink, so I'll drink some Yale with jacollo.
So roll for me survival check. With advantage.
Alright, where is survival? Survival right at the bottom. There we go.
Well, you don't really get a whole lot of things, but you do take yourself like about an hour or two. It still really just didn't get dark fully, but when you're dark, it's really full. You got yourself, I would say, pretty good amount of like berries and stuff like that. Also some lizards, I guess. There's really not a whole lot of things to hand this part around, but mostly you find yourself some meat and just basic meat that you find, as well as some berries. I also kind of like remember that these people really don't really like to serve like actual meat because they are part animals, so you should probably not show it to the person itself at the counter, but it is understandable why you want to get something like this. So
making sure to eat outside. You don't take your own food inside an establishment. So
yep. So you take your time, you eat, and I guess you're going to go after that to bed after you drink and you, unless of course you want to talk with your friends or something. But that's up to you.
all right, I'll be taking the room with mundane because, he's like the least annoying person. Have fun, Grognak, dealing with K-Bolt.
That's fair.
Well, we normally get along and talk about Mendel a lot, so that should not be a problem at all.
Yes. That's also was my thought process. But anyway, I want to ask a question. Is there anybody else that's doing something specific or want to get something specific for themselves? And what are your plans for the evening, basically?
Before we go to sleep, Grognak is pretty much forcing Mundane to make the good berry juice. And ale.
Yeah. I didn't really have anything else to do, so.
I mean, you could use your spell slots for something like this. The much that you want to. So how many spell slots do you use to berries? Get berries.
I'm not sure how well this works, so we'll just do a troubleshoot and see let's just try just one so far.
Okay, sure. So you're using one and you're just giving him 10 berries to save for his stupid face.
Yep, 10 berries.
It's not stupid, it's science.
Shut up.
And alcohol.
Anyway, just drink.
Stupid science.
Stupid dwarf and shut up. Anyway. Point is, you're dealing with that. Anything you specifically want to do mundane for your evening, or you're just going to go to your room and be done?
Yeah, just done with the day. Just trying to process the information as well as why we could possibly be summoned and such, and just how I got myself into the situation and why I'm still here.
It's one of life's greatest mysteries. Gorgnak, what are you specifically going to do for the night?
Okay, so I'll try and crush all the berries.
Okay.
Like half of them and make it into a juice with water. And the rest is going to go to it's going to be mixed with some yeast, some water, and we'll pretty much. I'm pretty much making good berries wine.
I'm not sure what is a good check for this. What is a good check for making stuff? I'm having a little bit of a hard time to remember a good check for making stuff.
Maybe a medicine? Question mark.
I mean, it's not exactly.
Does medicine mean applying it or creating it?
Creating something. So, you know what? You can roll a d20 plus your proficiency, which is +2. So we'll just deal with that for now.
Will that be a d20 plus?
2. You get a very, very good amount. Honestly, you know what you're doing. You're a dwarf. You've been creating these kind of things for a while. You're being able to just get really, really get a lot of you know how to just take all of the juice out of each of the berries, basically for almost 100% almost for all of them. So about 95, and essentially, you get a pretty good mixture of wine. It's not perfect. It's still your first time doing something like this, but you're doing a very, very good job for your first time. So it's pretty good.
Okay, so I guess I made one bottle of this.
Yep. And it's pretty good bottle, and honestly, for people who don't really know how to notice these, they will think this is a wine that has been served for, or should I say, been savored for 20 years. But being a dwarf and being a person that just know these kind of things, and the person that made this, you know that it's just been freshly made.
I know what I'm gonna do with this. And the Grognak shoves it into his bag,
Cool.
not opening it and not drinking it.
Yeah, but you still tasted it to see how good it is.
Of course.
But yeah, anything else you wish to do?
Hitting the bar.
That's fair, that's normal. And after that, you're going to go to bed, probably.
Yes.
Okay. K-Bolt, what are you wishing to do?
I don't really have much to do, so I'm probably just going to like go to bed. Also, just be done.
Well, as the night going forward for you, you're sleeping really well, and you wake up 100% refreshed and ready to go. Now, you're leaving the estate itself, basically, or the estate, the bar itself, or the inn itself, and you're continuing on your merry way. Nothing really happened as unnoticed, until you basically, after like an hour or two, you stumble into a very interesting and cautious sight. There is another carriage in front of you that is flipped over, and honestly, they're just it looks like it's been freshly made. People are not there to be found, but you do found like dead cows, cows and horses are basically just like butchered on the road. Just like look like a vandalism more than anything else. They're just like being killed for no reason. Everything is either ruined or just shattered, and yeah, it's like it's very very green scene. Like you don't really know where the people of this here. You do notice that there's some stuff that probably is missing from this place, but everything else is just like in shattered. So the people are just missing. But yeah, I think that's a good place to basically finish the session here, I guess. So
Yep.
yeah, pretty much that for today.
I second that.
So hope you all enjoyed. We're going to start our kingdom journey to, I say, the road journey from Ypernod to Dungernon next time, or should I say continue it because we already started. And we're going to see what is this thing that they found out next time. Bye bye.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, of course. Well, see you all next time. Bye bye.